This one goes to my then girlfriend, now wife Soumya, and to all the female audiences, if at all there is someone.
See, that's nice.
उठ जा अपनी राख से तू उठ जा अब तलाश में परवाज़ देख परवाने की आसमां भी सर उठाएगा.
The way you have the ABCs as English as the basics of the language, right? So in beatboxing, it's like an artist who is very open with his talent, and if he's good at it, he's gonna boom up. If he gets the opportunity, the main problem in India, it's like an artist is not getting the opportunity. No, I create musical sounds from my vocals. I'm a beatboxer. And he's like, what? Beatboxer? Like the boxing thing? Better choose a life you're happy and you love and you're earning in it. That's a blessing. But I'm a residential performer for more than 15 clubs in the city. Because like I saw all the ups and downs. I went through it. If you're getting good at beatboxing, you can go on pursuing your career in it, but at the same time, complete a degree.
Okay, so hello and namaste, Youngistan. Welcome to the Karan Rana podcast. And today I have a very special guest on my podcast. It's Akash Dubey, who I think you would like to call yourself as what? It's your boy Akash, or how do you usually go about it?
It's a boy Akash. It's a boy Akash. Just go like that. It's all good.
Okay, so guys, before I jump in any further, it's very pertinent to say that how we met, who am I, who are you? Would you like to actually take a 1 minute shot at how you'd like to introduce yourself?
Nah, it's all good. I'm basically a vocal performer, guys. I create musical sounds from my vocals, like something like that. You might have heard of beatboxing before, but I'm like, yeah, doing like a lot of showcases. And I'm more into like following my passion right now. That's it, nothing else.
So the interesting part is that I did not reach Akash through artist managers. We actually bumped into each other at Starbucks. That too outside the washroom. I just saw Akash beatboxing into his smartphone voice recorder, and I was immediately intrigued that okay, what is this guy up to? I have to go up and say hello, and that is how we met. And I was very sure from that point onwards in mind that okay, if at all on this podcast I have to interview a lot of different kinds of people with the sole objective कि youth तक अलग-अलग तरह का content आना चाहिए. That is where we are actually sharing this conversation. So Akash, the entire aim for today's podcast is to know about you and your background, to know about your craft, which you call beatboxing, and of course, whoever is listening to it does know what beatboxing is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I do hope, guys, do let me know in the comment section below, or wherever you're listening to this podcast, either on your audio streaming platform or if you're catching this on YouTube, do let me know. If at all you do not know the meaning of the word beatboxing, could you tell us what is beatboxing for the unaware?
Yeah, so basically beatboxing is something a human voice creates musical sounds. Like there are many people out there, many artists out there who play like piano sounds, the flute sounds, and many other sounds like the guitar, the drum and bass, the drum and bass and beatbox. Like for example, like as simple as that, like the way you have the ABCs as English as the basics of the language, right? So in beatboxing, it's like you practice with the flow, like if you get clean, like if you get very good at it, like practicing the basics for a long time, and then you're probably like already well good to go. Follow your passion. That's the only call for beatboxing. Like
Awesome.
You have to practice consistently. That's it.
Awesome.
Nothing else.
I would also like to actually ask you, tell us a little bit about your background. How old are you? Where are you from? Maybe a little bit about your family background, and then I'll get to the meatier part of the conversation, which is the challenges and aspirations of this profession, if I may say, and not, if not a hobby or a passion called beatboxing. But a little bit more about your background, please, Akash.
Okay, easy go. So basically, guys, it's Akash Dubey here. I'm 19. I just turned 19 this March, like probably a few months ago or something like that. Yeah.
I'm 30, 11 years older to you. There's
That's
a generation
amazing.
gap.
But yeah, like seriously, you don't look like 30, okay? You look like you're 22 or 23 or some shit like that. That's literally amazing.
This one goes to my then girlfriend, now wife Soumya, and to all the female audiences, if at all there is someone. Thank you. But yeah, please carry on. About
Exactly.
you.
So yeah, like as I said, myself, Akash Dubey, I basically belong, like my family, like in my family, I belong to like a whole corporate sector family, like who has a very common, like what do you say, like
A business family or...
yeah, like the business, obviously, like it's like a family which is just not, I'll say I prefer it by saying like which doesn't support much into the creative ways, like the artist, how the artists are. Like I'm a creative artist, like I think of ways to introduce my talent to people. I showcase my talent. That's what I do for a living. And right now at the basis, I just started earning in my passion. But earlier, like when I was like
So there's money involved. You've already started earning out of a thing called beatboxing. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
So guys, truth be told, when I was 19, I was maybe preparing for IIT JEE.
Wow.
Or, what's wow about it? Although, like, I actually take pride in the fact that at that point in time, that was exactly what I also wanted, being a 90%er in school, the studious one. And also, of course, the society and my parents would definitely have wanted an engineer kid. But yeah, that brings me to the next question. That actually, how did you discover beatboxing? Like, was this something that you discovered when you were 3 years old? Of course not.
Yeah,
when was your first rendezvous with beatboxing?
So basically, as you all, like everyone knows here, like the lockdown started back in 2020. And because like we were all like each and every one of us were packed in their homes, like because the pandemic took over the world, and not just like one nation, one city, or one home. It like all the homes were like like going through some of the other shit, right? And I couldn't be. I'm like I was an event organizer before this thing, like not actually a verified or like a good event organizer, but yeah, I used to organize small events, like and participate in college festivals and like different things. So because I was already creative since my childhood, like since my high school days, I'll say. And because of that thing, I was genuinely interested in the hip hop culture. Like I used to see people dance, I used to see people beatbox before me, obviously. And but the thing was like dance. I selected this genre of music, beatboxing, because this was something totally different to me. See, I respect all the talents out there because I'm an artist too.
Yeah.
And it's my like it's my thing that I should be supporting all the kinds of arts because like you completed your IIT when you were 19. You have my age.
I didn't actually get into IIT. I did it from Delhi College of Engineering, just for the record. But yeah, I did engineering.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but like you were into that thing.
Yeah.
Like you were good at studies. And to be very fair and honest with you, I was like always like since my childhood below the average student.
Okay.
Like I was not good at studies, but I was like good in sports. I belong to a sporting background. I completed my education in Don Bosco Institution of Technology. So like basically Don Bosco has this very specific thing about students, about their childrens who they care about a lot. They basically focus more and more on the sports, like because they get their students and the children's engaged in many creative activities like multi-sports, like hockey. Talking about the hockey thing, I am a district level hockey player as well.
Okay.
Yeah. I played like for 5 to 6 years, and because of some injuries on my forehead, you can see 2 marks here, one's on my nose and one on my forehead.
We'll zoom it in.
Exactly. So basically, because of that injury, like I couldn't pursue my like it was one of my passion, like back in childhood, like back in school days. But because of the injury, my dad told me like, you don't need to pursue this. It's not mandatory. You can pursue your education side by side, and if you want to learn something new, you're absolutely free to do anything you want. And I appreciate his thing. And by the time I left this thing in college, I started doing events. I genuinely got introduced to this talent beatboxing because I saw beatboxers, and one of my friends, he's a very close friend to me. His name is Steve, and he beatboxes very well. Because he's not actually a beatboxer, he's a breakdancer, a b-boy. B-boy is like a element of hip-hop culture because like it's like one of the things in hip-hop culture, and it's very worldwide, very famous, and like and if not even talking about the fame which this culture has gained, like not in India specifically, this hip-hop, the whole hip-hop culture I'm talking about, it's like worldwide very famous. But the thing is, in India, many people should be knowing what they have in their nation. Many young talents out there.
Totally.
And we need to bring it up. That's the main part. That's the main part of this. The whole thing. So this guy I was talking about, Steve, he's like, he started like, he used to do like a lot of beatboxing thing, like whenever he used to be free during a practice time or something like that. And I used to watch him like every time, his basic steps. He's a technical beatboxer basically. I didn't tell you guys about the beatboxing thing. Let me interrupt you real quick. Beatboxing has 3 to 4 different variants in it.
Okay.
Like you have like, for example, in a corporate sector, if there's a telecommunication like a work or something like that, they have different types, like customer service or salesperson or something like that.
Yeah.
So the same thing, beatboxing is categorized in like 2 or 3 things. First thing is technical beatboxing, which is like doing something very fast.
Could you give us some samples also in between? Along with some samples, please, because let this be a talent showcase as well for our listeners / viewers. So,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
go for
No worries. Like, see. So
Otherwise, we'll
basically-
just think you just put on a cap and a hoodie and you're just pretending to be a beatboxer.
Yeah, I get that. Okay, I'm triggered. I'll do this now. Okay, so basically, technical beatboxing is something which goes like this, like.
Whoa! I can't do any of that. All I can do is.
See, that's right. That's a part of it. Okay, so this is the technical beatboxing. Basically, this is something, the technical part, the beatboxing, which the beatboxers do it very fast. I'm not very good at it, but I'm still on my way to get to the point.
Okay.
But what my actual character of my passion is, it's like vocal. I'm more into the vocal performing category of beatboxing. In a sense, I use my vocals. Like there's this. If I give you a proper example of what vocal performing and beatboxing is like. There's 4 people. I'll give you example of many, so like youngsters out there, like the college students might have heard of this group named Berrywam. There's like 4 people who have performed on America's Got Talent together, and now they're making different kinds of videos and gaining fame around the globe, something like that. So I have like done one of their routines all alone. So basically they have done like 4 people all at once, like on a big stage called America's Got Talent. I'm like, yeah, I'm on my way as well. Like I'm just like going with the flow, I'll say. And I'll show you something,
Please.
which is totally different from what I did iske pehle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. So I clearly saw that, correct me if I'm wrong, the earlier one was more about just the beat and the percussion side of things, while here I saw a melody and a tune also blending in, if I got that right.
Absolutely.
So
that's a part.
But doesn't
like,
that take twice the effort then? That okay, because
takes,
you have
it
to
takes.
take care of kind of the frequencies
The
and
pitches.
this, and not just the sound, what we call sound effects in audio programming.
Get that.
That's huge, man.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
What I would like to know is, let's this was the craft bit of it. Now
Uh-huh.
let's talk about careers. Okay, you are 19.
Uh-huh.
Are you pursuing anything apart from this craft as well? Are you into college or working? If you'd like to tell
Yeah,
our
I'm
insight.
pursuing. I'm basically doing computer applications right now. I'm pursuing my bachelor's in computer applications from like one of the colleges in Bombay. Many students might be knowing and many might not be knowing the college name. It's like the college is Hinduja College and it's in Charni Road, like in the central South Bombay, somewhere in South Bombay, something like that. Okay, so like talking specifically about computer applications, I'll be honest, I haven't been very active, not very active, but like not at all active in my studies because of my passion. But the thing is, like, I need to be having a backup, a very strong backup, because an artist, if he's pursuing a passion, and if he's earning in it side by side, see, studying is something which I've been doing it since my childhood. And I can't leave something all of a sudden because passion is something which I got it in like recently because I was idle and I was like, see, I am genuinely interested in this thing and I respect this a lot because I am good at it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, even if I'm not good at something, but I've been doing it like since my childhood, if I have a habit of doing it, I can't leave it all of a sudden. And you have the family, right? You have the family as well. So like my dad told me like about this thing. If you're getting good at beatboxing, you can go on pursuing your career in it, but at the same time complete a degree. Because that's what not just
mature, practical.
Exactly. Mature and practical. Yeah, correct. Like as you said, it's a practical way to actually do things. And comparatively telling about the passion thing, India, like our nation, most of the parents in our nation, they don't support the kids' passion because in their time, like in the late 90s or in the early 80s or something like that, they didn't have the exact same thing going on.
Yeah.
But like right now there are multiple like options a student or like anyone can pursue. You can even hustle, start off your passion in your late 60s, in your late 50s, something like that. So like there are many things to pursue right now as comparatively like which was in past 90s or like in the earlier times. So because of that thing, I've been pursuing my bachelor's. I'll complete this thing. I'll also do my master's in computer science.
Like typical, I can't have a connecting thread between these two things. Like typical BCA, masters.
It's computer applications. It's like the whole stuff is about, but the programming languages like Python, like C, C++. These are the basics basically.
We just had a major shift from beatboxing to C++.
Yeah, but like specifically talking about the course, like whatever the things, the subjects BCA has. Most of the subjects in computer science, they have the similar things because both the courses are about the programming languages. And I'm like, I'll say that it was not preferably like my choice to take BCA, but it was in my mind. Like I was supposed to do BMS. I was in my mind, I was like, I'm an artist. And I was also like into the event management and all those things I told you about like earlier in my college days, like junior college. So I was generally interested in pursuing BMS or BMM basically because it's like into the creative sector of like, what do you say? Like if an artist is like supposed to pursue a course, it better be BMS or BMM. That was my perspective because like I didn't have much knowledge about the other courses. I'll preferably say that thing. But at the same time, I knew what BMS is. Like it is all about the management studies, like working in a company or something like that. But I could also do event management because I used to be very interested in all those things. So, ठीक है, जो भी था, अच्छा ही रहा था.
Coming back to the beatboxing side of it, if there are like 14 or 15-year-olds wannabe Akashes in various nooks and corners of our country, and they wish to know that okay, if at all this thing called beatboxing can be taken seriously in terms of a profession, then should they go about it? And you can the other way to ask this question is actually how are you going about it? Could you tell us know about not about the craft, but how do you go about networking? What kind of projects are you getting, or do you wish to get, or you've already gotten? A little bit about that.
Yeah, I'll preferably say all of that because like earlier, like when I started this thing, it was like I need to get started this thing. Just doing this for my sake, like just putting in the consistency, putting in the hard work and not doing anything like about your networking. It's a bad stuff because see, if you're pursuing your passion, you have to go all in. That's a saying, like one of the kids in some of the other videos I've seen, like either you be the shark of the ocean or either you be the fish of the ocean. I'm being the shark of the ocean, I'll say, because like if I'm not, I have to, because I'm just pretending that I don't have any choices rather than putting in the work. And that's the only way. That's how you do it. So okay, talking about my networking specifically, how I started was a totally different thing because like I saw all the ups and downs. I went through it. So how does networking basically works? Like through social media. But nowadays it's like through social media you post a content like Karan Rana does, obviously, and he's like insane. Like whatever content he uploads, like I've seen few of his videos and it's amazing, obviously.
Thank you.
Yeah. and like you need to upload your content on a usual basis, like even if you're not putting it on a like a daily, like you, whatever stuff you do, but you need to have a consistency, like I have this specific day in like once in a week or something like that, like you have it, right?
Yeah,
Exactly, trying your best to like go through it or like go on it, that's it. So you need to have that thing, or either ways, like I actually worked it in a whole different way. I'll tell you, I was not active on social media. Like I posted a video, like my last video was like, not right now, not this time period I'm saying, but like I posted an IGTV.
That thing has discontinued this year. That you're talking about last year.
Exactly.
Anyways.
Not last year, but like it was like back in the March or like Feb, or like there was some competition or something, like some events like that, and they asked me out that if you want to participate or something, give it at time or something like that, and I was like, yeah, ठीक है, बना देता हूँ. और बनाने के बाद मैं तो कैसा events का जो भी video रहता है, अगर मैंने like it was like a competition rounds. Like you have to beatboxing basically is that type of talent isko which like it got introduced in India through a film called Gully Boy.
Yes.
And in the movie there used to be battles, a lot of battles. Like there used to be rappers, there used to be beatboxers, there used to be like dancers, break dancers, and all those people. So उन लोग battles करते थे एक दूसरे के साथ, और beatboxing was a part of it. उस चीज की वजह से introduce हुआ, and I guess probably that was the only reason many people in our nation got introduced.
I think
they weren't aware of this thing.
The whole intro or the trailer song. खड़ा होके जमा समझ से पूछना, it has a beatboxing percussion to it. It does not have any like electronic sounds to it. It has that thing.
It's like on spot thing, like directly started something.
So you're saying social media and maybe commercial Bollywood, all these kind of things are maybe needed for a blast awareness for the larger.
Exactly, that's the main part. Because like social media is like connecting through the whole globe. Nowadays, like connecting your talent or like showcasing your talent through like promoting your talent through social media, it's like a whole different concept. If you're good at it and if you're doing it very well, like in a clean way, then people are gonna support you, and they're gonna like they're gonna actually appreciate you for your talent, and they're gonna like stick around to you for a while. And even if not you for a while, they're gonna see you, appreciate you, and they want more of you, whatever you do. That's the thing. And that's like I recently uploaded like one or maybe two reels you say, right? So like I uploaded that stuff like with one of my friends, like he's basically my homeboy, I'll say, because his name is Steve, and like the guy I was talking about earlier. He's actually like, because of that guy I started doing this thing, beatboxing, because he's a break dancer. To be specific on his talent. He's not a beatboxer, but he used to do beatboxing just for like what do you say it, time pass बोलते हैं. हाँ, तो मतलब जब भी वो idle रहने का तो he used to do this thing just to not get bored, I'll say. And the best part about beatboxing is like you'll never get bored, brother. You'll never get bored. Whenever you're feeling like you will like the time period is boring or something like that, you just like start on doing. And
you've got your musical instrument with you. You don't even need a guitar to carry around. Exactly. Your vocal cords are your
You just need a glass of water or something like that, and just start doing it. That's it. Nothing
you also
else.
did tell something about the Gully Gang kind of projects. That,
exactly.
Would you like to tell a little more about that?
Yeah. So basically, Gully Gang and like this whole thing. Like many people, like many youngsters out there might be aware of this whole like group, not just Gully Gang India, Bantai Records, and there are many more people like in the industry who have been promoting the hip hop culture on the nation. And I am very honored, I'll say, that I have been also putting in the work to be a part of that community. And like I have been like doing showcases, like I didn't tell you guys that I'm a residential performer for more than 15 clubs in the city, and few hotels as well. Like you might have heard of Taj Hotel Palace, which is in Churchgate, I guess. Churchgate, and like Taj Santa Cruz, Sahara Star Hotel, which is in like
of course.
Exactly. So like I've been pursuing my talent just because of my networking skills, and my networking skills I've never like done it through social media, because like I wasn't active on social media, I'll say. That's the only solution
more
to
offline
it.
Networking.
More offline networking in a sense.
A Gen Z guy who does not know reels, so to say. But who knows how to shake hands with people.
I get that. That's the thing. But like I recently started off the things like I started posting my reels, and like the routine which I showed you the second time, the second routine which I showed you, I guess it was one of the part of my reels.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Exactly. So like all these things I send the offline networking which I was used to talking about. Like I talked about that a lot. More specifically in that part, I directly approach the people, the main guys whom I need to make networking with. I directly approach them in a sense like I'll share experience with you.
Sure.
Mm, I was at Taj Santa Cruz and to meet my manager. His name is I already talked about him. Like his name is Abraham, and he basically gives me events, like whatever events I go through, or like whatever college festivals I need to go, or whatever like main showcases I have in different clubs in the city. He is the person who appoints me all the events, and he's the one who gets me paid showcases. That's
Okay.
it. So I appreciate him a lot, and I'm grateful for it. Okay, so I had a meeting with him in Taj Santa Cruz. So I went to meet him, but on the other side, I had one more thing to complete because he used to give me events, but I used to do like 2 or 3 events, like maybe in the whole week, I'll say. But I needed something more from my side as well because I wasn't doing shit except my performances. I was performing, I was giving my all, I was giving my 100% like at my all showcases. But the thing was like, what about the networking part? I used to think a lot about the people who used to go to India's Got Talent, who used to go to America's Got Talent. See, respect to all the talents, but literally, how do they get there?
Please, yeah.
That's
yeah, we
the
don't know,
thing.
yeah.
Exactly.
You have a deeper dive into it, so
Exactly.
spill the beans.
That's the part, like how do they get there? So I used to think about that a lot because see, I'm the person, I also need to go there. I'm an artist.
Yeah.
I have a talent, I can showcase it to like in front of lakhs of people because like see, an artist who is very open with his talent and if he's good at it, he's gonna boom up. If he gets the opportunity, the main problem in India, it's like an artist is not getting the opportunity. And if he gets it, if the right artist, like if he has a talent, like for example, like I'm an artist as well, obviously. So like if I get an opportunity to like showcase my talent in front of people who are unaware about the skill beatboxing, what beatboxing is, I'll be appreciated. Like I'll obviously feel like grateful for like showcasing and telling them or like making them experience a whole new thing, a whole new like genre of music, which is beatboxing, which has not been like categorized in many people's minds.
Yeah.
They just know that music can be created through cell phones, through speakers, and all those things. But no, bro, it's nothing like that. You can do your shit all your own as well. Like you don't need a phone.
Have you ever got shunned or been given a cold shoulder? Or tell us about any bad experience when you were trying to showcase your talent and maybe the person in front of you does not know anything about the craft, or maybe he's not respectful or acknowledging the art and stuff. Have you had those kind of downsides or slumps and like कि कैसा ही दिन गया क्यों ही करा ये? Because every artist has it, I guess.
Absolutely. I'll share you one of my experiences. Like I had it like at Tajdal Palace only at the start. So basically, I was going to meet a friend Jessica, and she's also like she works with my manager basically.
Okay.
And she insists like assist me to all the events I do. And I was going to meet her, but उसके पहले शायद मेरे को एक और बंदे को मिलना था, and he was the club owner of Bandra Metro. So basically उनको मेरे को मिलना था, and he wasn't aware about any of these things.
Okay.
Because उनके club में कैसा, Metro is like a well-known club in Bombay,
Yeah,
and it's like a very nice club, you know. It's very nice. वहाँ पे कैसा है, I have a friend named Ashley over there. He's like a resident DJ at Bandra Metro club में. एंड क्लब्स में कैसा होता है बेसिकली, मैं अब देखने जाएंगे ना तो क्लब्स में सिर्फ बैंड्स प्ले होते हैं, डीजेस प्ले होते हैं, या फिर प्लेबैक सिंगर्स रहेंगे बहुत सारे. लाइक दैट्स अ यूजुअल लाइक वे ऑफ कनेक्टिंग द म्यूजिक to the people in bars, restaurants, and different clubs in the city. Yeah, but like my thing, it's like totally different. And my first question in my mind was like, how do I introduce my talent to these people? Because I need to have something very spectacular. Like if I'm good at it, even if I'm good at it, I need a good way to express my talent.
Yeah.
That's the way. And I was very bad at it. I'm very honest. So I showcased it to like the owner, he was also at the palace only, and I needed to, like, I was on my way to be also a residential performer for the club, and I was thinking a lot about it because I needed to showcase this, and my main concern was like getting this talent very like कैसे हम बोलते हैं कि लोगों तक पहुंचाना है ये talent को.
awareness, because you're in that
Awareness
stage that
फैलाना.
okay, not just you as the
Correct,
performer,
correct.
but this art as a performance category gets
करेक्ट
introduced.
करेक्ट क्योंकि अगर आर्ट जो रहता है वो अगर इंट्रोड्यूस होगा लोगों के पास तभी आर्टिस्ट को रिकग्निशन मिलता है जो वो चीज़ करता है. That's a part. So मैं उनको दिखाया, like at the start I was like I directly popped in, you know, like there was no thing in between that I have a meeting with him or something like that. He's sitting, I know that guy, I directly hop in, that's it, nothing else. Hi sir, how are you? Like, it's Akash here, basically. I'm here for this thing, like and he's like yeah, let's have a talk, something like that.
Sure.
And like I was in my outfit, like in my attire, like so he recognized me as a dancer or something like that. He thought I'm a dancer.
Yeah, people can take that this entire thing as a b-boy for that matter. Yeah,
exactly. But I was like not a b-boy obviously. So we had a general, we started talking about the things, like he started talking about what do you do, like what, like why are you here, like yahan pe. So I told him all about that, like I'm here for, like to meet my sub manager Jessica, so that like I get all the schedules confirmed about my next performances or something like that. But on the contrary period, like I have to like start on something new, introduce this talent to clubs and different hotels in the city. So like he asked me, what talent? Like you're a dancer, right? So dancers don't like come to clubs. Like if they come, they don't perform in clubs because like it's a whole different genre of like what do you say? Like it's a physical talent.
Yeah.
And you have to make moves. You need space for dancing or something like that. And I was like, yeah, no, you better not be talking about dancing because I don't know shit. Like because I can't dance, bro. I can't dance. I can try. I can't dance.
So he did not know that you were there for beatboxing.
He didn't know, and he was keeping on speaking about that thing. Like he's literally going. He's not like letting me speak in between. So I was like, so can I interrupt you in between? I'm sorry for interrupting you, but let me just tell you, I'm not a dancer. Exactly. The whole conversation stopped, and he literally asked me, I don't know in what tone, but like he asked me like, what are you then? Like, what do you do? Tell me. You didn't tell me earlier. I was like, I was thinking that this conversation shouldn't be going negative on the negative side, and it should just go with the flow. I was like, no, I create musical sounds from my vocals. I'm a beatboxer. And he's like, what? Beatboxer? Like the boxing thing? Okay.
How old was this gentleman? I'm sure like
I don't know, like
40
he was,
plus?
yeah, something like that.
So I'll give him the benefit of doubt. He wasn't aware of this thing. But
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. As we talked about this earlier, like उनके time पे वो चीज नहीं था.
Yeah.
Correct. But specifically told him that what I do is beatboxing, meaning I create musical sounds from my vocals. Like you see piano people, a pianist plays his piano. Like many other people, like a flute has different sound. Like a singer sings and all those things. So it's like a same type of like the same what do you call it? It's a different genre of music, but in the same category.
Yeah.
So it's beatboxing. Beatboxing is something like you create the drum and bass. You have the drum and like you have the drummer playing the whole thing. But like for me, it's like I don't need any shit. I'm just like on spot. I just
So did you give him some samples as well, because this is just the right moment that okay, if at all there are a lot of people out there who might not know what beatboxing is about, then could you tell us like how do you imitate a drum? How do you imitate any other instruments? I'm not aware fully. That okay, what are the building blocks of the piece that you showed to us earlier? If you could just give one or two samples, please.
Okay, so basically beatboxing, like the ABCs, like you have the ABCs for English as the basics. So in the same way for beatboxing, you have the so these are the basics basically. The sound is the bass. You like call it as a bass. This is like just the start of the rhythm. You have to like keep nodding your head while you practice this thing because like it gets you in the flow. Exactly, get in the groove. That's the thing. And this sound like it's like the T sound, T and S. You have to create it like boat. You have to spell T and S. Like you have the tsunami
Okay.
T silent.
Okay, T and
See,
S like
exactly. Dude,
master
this
class
thing.
101. T and S like put together and
Exactly.
Okay.
And then you have the key snare. The key snare, in a sense, like this is totally different, and this is like a slight difficult because like I myself took it like a month or some shit like that to learn this sound. But like, yeah, if you like combine all the three, you create a routine. That's the thing. You go in the flow. Whenever you're bored or like if you're pursuing this as a passion, go on putting in the consistency, like put in the work and keep on doing this, I'll say, because like it's huge. And for like doing this for a long time, it could be very good for your health as well, because see, you're doing something very unique and it also benefits your like it benefits basically it benefits a human body from the inside as well.
Oh, is it?
Exactly. It
I didn't
like
know.
it's like totally, because see, at the start when you're starting to learn beatboxing, it will affect your vocals because it's like a totally different thing. Your body
Yeah.
learns with you.
Yeah. And there's of course, some amount of load on the
Exactly.
vocal
But
cords
like
as well.
your vocal cords might be like very painful when you like start doing
Just like
all
any
of
other
these.
exercise for that matter. If you start gymming out and you start
Exactly.
working on your biceps,
You
you'll go
won't
sore
be-
for a few days
Correct.
before they build.
Correct. But once you get a habit of it, you might be knowing that it gets like very attractive to you. I'll say it's like very productive for your body as well. So
How
in
many
the same
hours? Sorry, how many hours do you practice per day? Like so that we know that okay, what all goes on behind the scenes before we actually just get a 5-minute show on stage.
So basically like earlier I used to do like an hour or something like practice for the whole day, but like recently I've been putting in the work, like not just recently but like in past month I've been practicing for like 4 to 5 hours every day.
4 to 5 a day.
Yeah. For a 15-minute showcase, obviously.
Yeah, which is
Because
nice.
like you need to keep your vocals very clean and on point before the showcase. And one more thing, I follow my diet as well at the same time. I don't eat before my showcases. I never eat because like that's the, I don't know, that's if that's the worst part of my passion or the good side of the passion. But like I'm just pretending that I don't have any choices, like except following my passion and doing multitasking at the same time. But for beatboxing, your vocals should be very clean before you do it like in front of someone or showcase your talent. Because if you have your tummy full or something like that, your like body might be heavy and you might not be able to create some of the other sounds. Like right now at the moment, I can produce sounds for 18 minutes straight.
Okay.
Yeah, like that's my highest count for showcases. Like I'm talking about breathing in, breathing out, and beatboxing at the same time.
Yeah, I didn't think of it in that way because okay, as an artist, you also need to know the mathematics side of it. That okay, how long can I go on stage and
Absolutely. But like freestyle is totally different, like type of beatboxing. Like as I told you earlier, that beatboxing has the specific talent has different types. Technical, I already showed you. The fast music, the vocal is totally different. Vocal is what I do. Something like this. And like if you talk about freestyle is something when you collab with another guy.
Okay.
Like for example, if you're a rapper and I'm a beatboxer, you rap something or you like do anything, any freestyles, and I'll be like, yeah, just going on with the flow.
That actually gives me the idea of closing this conversation on a very good note. First of all, thanks a lot, Akash, for coming on the Karan Rana podcast. Really
Easy.
obliged. Love the conversation.
Yeah.
Love speaking with Gen Z. I'm a millennial. Although you did not agree that I'm 30.
Exactly,
I
you
just
don't
showed
look
in my
like-
Aadhaar card that I am 30 and he's 19. But yeah, it was an excellent conversation. And just maybe if you could tell the youth, whoever is watching this, that if they want to get into beatboxing, then what is that one message you would want to give out to them and what are your plans for the future? And I have a very nice way to close that. I'll just put that up. Please.
Okay, so basically, if you love something, you have to have like you need to pursue it, because in life there's like a lot going on. But if you're not going on with the things which you're pursuing in life, and if you don't love something, basically like all the students out there and to all the youngsters out there, to all the young talents, like if you love something and you don't pursue it, you end up choosing the wrong decisions for your whole life. See, many parents, like Indian parents, and like many like in different countries on the globe, there are many parents who are not like aware of their children's talents. They want you to pursue something what they have experienced in their past or what they have heard of in the past, which is good. But right now at the moment, you're seeing, like looking at the world, there are many things like many youngsters can pursue, you can like one of a way, like you can pursue anything. And today growth is in every field out there, I guess. And because of this thing, for example, like I love beatboxing, I need to pursue this thing because I'm good at it.
Yeah.
Like likewise, if anyone wants to pursue beatboxing or anything they love, they should be doing it, because that's how it works. You can't just do something what you don't love. Even if you're getting paid, चलेगा, अच्छा ही है, but at a time there will be a time कि आपको वो चीज़ नहीं पसंद है, फिर भी आप कर रहे हो दूसरे के लिए. वो चीज़ नहीं होना चाहिए. You will be unhappy even if you're getting a lot of money. But
So
better choose a life you love. That's the thing. Better choose a life you're happy and you love and you're earning in it. That's a blessing.
Awesome. I'll just quick check if the camera is running, and then we end it. I guess it is. Okay, so I have just the perfect way. If because कल को पैसा लगेगा इस चीज के लिए. How about I try out the rap part of अपना time आएगा while you help me out with the beats.
Okay, no, like it's not a big deal. Yeah, I can do it. Easy go.
Achha, but for the sound bit, let's do one thing. Since that camera is there, let's just both of us hold this mic.
Mm-hmm.
So while this stays here, this should just go to both of us. ठीक है? So I'll try. बहुत time हो गया गाना सुने, but it's the same thing. उड़ जा अपनी राग से तू उड़ जा तलाश में. I'm looking at the lyrics while you can just jump in and help me with the rhythm.
Easy go.
Cool. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, start. उठ जा अपनी राख से तू उड़ जा अब तलाश में. परवाज़ देख परवाने की आसमां भी सर उठाएगा. आएगा अपना टाइम आएगा. मेरे जैसा शान लाला तुझे ना मिल पाएगा. ये शब्दों का ज्वाला मेरी बेड़ियां पिघलाएगा. जितना तूने बोया है तू उतना ही तो खाएगा. ऐसा मेरा ख्वाब जो डर को भी सताएगा. जिंदा मेरा ख्वाब भी अब कैसे तू दफनाएगा. अब हौसले से जीने दे, अब खौफ नहीं है सीने में. हर रास्ते को चीरेंगे हम, कामयाबी छीनेंगे. सब कुछ मिला पसीने से, मतलब बना अब जीने में. क्यों? क्योंकि अपना टाइम आएगा. तू नंगा ही तो आया था, क्या घंटा लेकर जाएगा. Awesome. Thanks a lot. With that, it's a wrap for this episode of the Karan Rana podcast. I hope whoever's listening to this or viewing this derived something of value and of course entertainment. Once again, thanks a lot Akash for joining in.
It's a pleasure
many
being
more
here.
To come.
It's a pleasure being here.
That's a wrap.
Peace.
That was a wrap.
Peace.